Farland, son of Gaborn, was imprisoned on a strange and fantastic world that he created by combining two alternate realities. It's a world brimming with dark magic, ruled by a creature of unrelenting evil who is gathering monstrous armies from a dozen planets in a bid to conquer the universe. Hello and welcome to Liam's Lyceum. I'm your host Liam, aka Himvar. Today I'll be doing a spoiler free review of David Farland's The Wyrmling Horde. The Wyrmling Horde is a 2008 novel and book 7 of 8, or potentially 9 if that ever comes out, in the Runelords series by David Farland. I've reviewed the previous 6, the last one being Worldbinder, the first one being The Sum of All Men, for those curious. But this one is a continuation of Farland's quest, his campaign against the Wyrmling Horde. The worlds have recently joined, bound together in the previous novel, and this has resulted in very odd and world-shaking events. Farland is a prisoner once more, this time to the Lord of Despair. It is interesting how much of a negative image there is formed for the Flame Weavers in the first arc, but how it has a positive position here. Of course, the problems with the Flame Weavers are still present, but, overall it's a positive image. I think Farland does a good job with that. And the Wyrmlings are extremely collectivist, not allowing blasphemy against the Emperor or really any sense of individuality unless you want to be, find yourself dead and your body eaten by others. So I don't know if that's Farland just going against collectivism as a whole. If it is, it's really on the nose, but it is interesting anyways. The Wyrmlings are very obviously evil. So, but like I said, Flame Weavers were pretty much considered that in the first series. So there are bright ones. They're kind of like the Flame Bearer, eternal beings in the fight against despair. Again, despair being a very allegorical name. They teach the importance of the spirits and how its death, spiritual death, is worse than physical death, which smacks of Mormonism for those familiar with it. If you're not, then it's not preachy. Don't worry. We have much time from point of views other than Farland as well. In fact, he gets very little attention in this book, though his torture shows his insane benevolence, the best comparison being Christ on the cross. Like he's like forgiving the people that torture him, right? It's kind of crazy. Talon, though, descendant of Borison, who found herself combined with her two selves, is one character that gets some attention. She's pretty interesting. I like her a lot. She's very impressive in some ways. The Amir, who is the Shadow World version of Raj Aten, a better version in many ways. He's also quite impressive. And then we have Rihanna, who has wings now and is a descendant of Erin of Clan Connell from that first series. She has an interesting arc. She's not my favorite character, though. There is an interesting change-up with the focus very much on the Battle of Runelords versus Wyrmlings, but it's still very epic. It reads more like heroic fantasy, with characters having extremely great power, and same with the foes, right? Everyone is very powerful here. Extra things are nice too. We get a look at the Loakers again, and they're as pitiable as ever, just because they're so pathetic. And the Reavers play a very cool part in this one, since they've kind of been absent for a little while, so it's kind of nice to see. We also get more of the multiverse, the Great Tree, and hints of the millions of worlds, right? Worlds without end, almost. It changes the world from shattering to a person, and you have a Sanderson's Out Analysium. I feel like that's probably an influence there. Of course, these books are older than that. So, and again, this is likely the biggest influence on Sanderson. I would say more than Wheel of Time, but maybe not. Also, Despair, while evil, sure, has proved to be more than just a generic cartoon villain. So that is a good job by Farland as well. But now I only have one more Runelord book to review, and I have read it. It's been several months since I read these. So anyways, Liam from Liam's Lyceum. I'll catch you next time.